Hi, friends. Before we begin, I want to briefly name what we're doing in this series. Across these short Sit With It videos, we're creating space to slow down and build shared understanding around our shift toward participatory practices, what it means, why it matters, and how it shows up in our work. Some of these videos explore values and ideas, and others focus on how our governance and operational circles function. In this episode, we're stepping into the role of the policy circle. At its core, the policy circle is responsible for helping our organization create, review, and refine the policies and guidelines that shape how we operate. You can think of it as a group that answers questions like, what are our shared agreements? How do we make decisions consistently and responsibly? And how do we ensure our practices align with our values over time? Traditionally, policy work can feel rigid, something written once and enforced from the top down. But in a participatory model, policy becomes something quite different. It becomes a living practice. According to the charter, the policy circle's work includes understanding needs, drafting guidelines, reviewing them regularly, and revising them as needed. That last part is important because in this model, policy isn't static. It evolves as we learn. So what does that look like in practice? First, the policy circle works to ground decisions in real experience. That means listening to youth, to community, to other circles, and understanding where current policies support that work and where they may unintentionally create barriers. Second, it helps translate these values into structure. It's one thing to say we value equity, inclusion, and shared leadership. It's quite another to build policies that actually reflect those commitments and how decisions are made. Third, it practices ongoing reflection and revision. Instead of assuming we got it right the first time, the circle asks, what are we learning? What needs to shift? And fourth, it helps create clarity without control. Policies should guide and not restrict. They should support consistency while still allowing space for relationship, learning, and adaptation. Now, this work can feel a bit invisible compared to other circles, but it's deeply important because policy shapes the conditions that everything else operates within. It influences how decisions are made, how power is shared, and how safe and accessible our processes feel to others. So here's the question we're sitting with. Are we willing to see policy not as a set of rules, but as a reflection of our values and action? Because in participatory work, policy isn't just about compliance. It's about alignment, it's about learning, and it's about creating structures that make shared leadership possible. The question isn't just how this works, it's how it's working on us. Let's keep sitting with it.